Hey, this is Lori Kilpatrick. I'm going to be talking about shampoo and conditioner and the health of your scalp. And it kind of butts up with, well, I guess I don't know when you'll be watching this. Anyway, let's just say it's super appropriate for my life right now. So I don't remember when, a long, long time ago, I heard about this thing called no poo. Now, this was before the no poo dry shampoo. And that was where you just didn't use shampoo. I had been learning. I get so frustrated when people are like, this is bad for you. And then they don't really give you an alternative, or they're trying to sell you something, which I know would come off as that when you have a multi-level marketing. But sometimes it's like, this is bad for you. And that's why I was really happy to have found this. But this one doesn't go along with Young Living at all, except for just a scotch. So a long time ago, it's been years, way more than 3, because I know I was doing it way before Theodore. I started this thing called no poo. And what you did was you used baking soda, a tablespoon of baking soda, and a cup of water. And I was measuring it for that first bit. And a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar with the mother in it with a cup of water. I've gotten way lax because it's been years. So that was super, super frustrating. So when I first started it, that first shampoo and conditioner, my hair was amazing. Oh, first of all, I just want to thank God for my hair. I have very, very resilient, good hair. My hairdresser says it's like denim, that it wears well and it can handle things. I don't have to get my hair cut like 6 times a year, which is nice. And that's only if I want to maintain a hairstyle. Otherwise, anyway. So I have really nice hair, but no matter what your hair type is, this is why I really like this thing and why I chose to do it. So it's called no poo, or at least it was called no poo. I don't know what it's called anymore, but you would use a tablespoon of baking soda in a cup of water. You stir it up. So I was using warm water so that it would go, and then you would, rub it into your scalp, and it would clean your scalp. And then I would do that very first thing, and then do the 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar with a cup of water, and you put that through, but mostly through the bottom. So what that does is it conditions your hair. So the science behind it is pretty cool, but the gist of it is that commercial shampoos and conditioners force your hair follicles open and force them closed and cause all sorts of damage. Plus, some of the things that they're using is really bad for your scalp. They also have the SLS, which makes it so that your eyes don't heal as quickly. It has the nice foaming action to it, but it does more damage than good. So I guess I'm supposed to say in my opinion. Anyway, so we had learned about all these things were bad, but I didn't really know how to do good, and I still needed to wash my hair. But the problem with doing the no poo is you go through a transition. So my scalp was used to harsh chemicals and having things happen to it, and it didn't exactly know who it was or how it fit into my head. And so they said it would take, I don't even remember, 6 weeks tops. They said like 2 to 6 weeks, right? And so and you need to wear like scarves and stuff because it's going to get greasy and gross while your sebaceous glands, the where they come out of, like, remember how they're supposed to be working, because they're the ones that release the grease to keep your hair healthy, your scalp healthy, your hair healthy. So 2 weeks in, I was a grease ball. 4 weeks in, still a grease ball, and I really wanted to give up, except I was like, in for a penny, in for a pound. I've already done 4 weeks. I only have 2 weeks left. They said 6 weeks max. Got to 6 weeks. I'm still a grease ball. And it took my hair and head 8 weeks. 8 weeks to transition out of what I'd been doing to it to what it was made to be. And wasn't fun during the time, I'm not going to lie. And the 6 to 8 weeks, I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And yeah, then the other thing is that you comb your hair every morning and every night, and that helps the grease. Oh, the grease, that sounds bad. It helps your naturally occurring grease to go where it's supposed to, and it leaves like this, I don't know, it's gross. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't know what it's doing, and it's trying to figure out where it goes, and it took me 8 weeks. I really wish, in retrospect, that I'd cleaned up my diet and I cleaned up all that stuff before I tried that, but I didn't know. This was like one of the first big steps, big leaps we took with being like aggressively healthy, I guess. Is that kind of, we were weirdos. I was a weirdo. Eric doesn't have hair, so he doesn't have to worry about it, but yes, it took 8 weeks. But what was really cool is after that, I only had to wash my hair once a week. Now, I still needed to rinse my hair because you get all sorts of debris. And I comb my hair I use a wide tooth comb. I comb my hair from like high school. I don't know if they make them anymore. But I comb my hair every morning and every night and every morning and every night. And there'd always be like fuzzes and stuff. And then when I took a shower, I can take like a 3-minute shower because all I have to do to my hair is like just kind of like be like, good morning, scalp, and like let all that dust run out and I'm done, which is nice. And I know I almost always had my hair up in a ponytail, and that's only because I have such thick hair. It gets heavy. But anyway, if you want to style it, then I found for me with my hair, the second day was the best. So if we had a wedding on Friday, I would wash it on Thursday and not pull it up in a ponytail so it would get like the crease, you know. But, you know, you can do like a loose bun, or I'm kind of glad scrunchies are back because you can find them again, you know, like a loose bun that's held up loosely and doesn't have like the sharp elastic, you know. So and then if you just do like you do when you straighten your hair, you know how you can just do like a loose bun and then it'll be nice again the next day like that. So you can do that too. That's what I would do. And then on Friday I could do whatever I wanted and it would be beautiful and I would have really nice hair. I could do braids, or I could curl it, or I could straighten it, or I could do whatever, because I found with my hair the second day worked best. So I did that for many years, except after about 2 years, my hair didn't like it anymore. And we're kind of getting back to it too, because you can kind of see my hair's kind of like coarse, and it shouldn't be like this because I need to treat it more often. What's that called? Condition it. And I found that coconut oil works really great for my hair. And I also like the relaxation massage oil from Young Living because it smells like lavender and it's very, very soothing. So I just put some on my hands, and I don't put it on my scalp because like my hair will be like greasy, or, you know, like starting to up to a point, and then it'll get dry and crackly past there. So then I just put in for the dry and crackly part. And I needed to do that once a month. And you can tell I haven't done it for a couple months because it's pretty coarse. It's getting extremely coarse because I haven't done it. When was convention? I haven't done it since convention because let's be honest, I haven't really had to go anywhere fancy. So I don't think about it. But anyway, condition it every month for sure. And well, this is how my hair works. That's what's crazy is like in talking to women about all this stuff and like getting involved with groups, because I was like, why is my hair getting crappy? And it's because it just wasn't working for me anymore. I needed something new. Like short term, it did amazing, but over time, it's not so great for my hair anymore. So I was finding that I was starting to have to treat it every week. Well, that doesn't help. The whole reason of the no poo was that I only really had to wash it once a month and mostly just had to rinse it and didn't really have to worry about it. So in finding these women, everybody's hair is different. Like it's just crazy how different people's hair are, how it can be really, really thick, but very fine. Like I don't get it. Like it won't stay in a ponytail, but it's really, really thick hair because it just is too, I don't know. It's crazy like how people's hair are. So the best thing I like about this and why I don't regret ever going through the no poo thing is because I learned what works for me and how my hair responds, like what works for my hair, how my scalp needs to stay healthy. I don't get dandruff anymore. I very rarely have itchy scalp. And if it's getting greasy, that's a huge heads up to me that my hormones are out of whack. So like, it's just another indicator of how to stay healthy and to be in tune with my body, I guess. So I know it's a little hippy dippy or whatever, but it's nice because, you know, life happens and you get distracted. And sometimes those things that you do all the time, once you stop once, it's like you forget you've ever done it. So I do the no poo still. Mostly I brush my hair and comb my hair every morning and every night. I rinse it out when I shower. I don't always shower every day, but you know what? You do whatever you got to do with that. It just happens. But I have found the Young Living, I should have brought it in here. It was the Copaiba and vanilla. Like the Copaiba and vanilla, I got the conditioner first because I was tired of, I wanted something I could leave in my hair because I put the coconut oil in my hair and then I go do this and I go do that and I go do the other and I forget I had coconut in my hair, and then I would go somewhere where my picture gets taken almost every time and I look like I'm a grease ball because I forgot to wash it out. And then I wanted something I could leave in my hair that wasn't going to hurt it. And one of the people on one of the boards I'm in had mentioned conditioner. Like you find a good conditioner that might be just a little more expensive and then you can just put it in your hair and leave it. and it'll continuously condition your hair, and then you can rinse it out later and not worry about it. So that when you do go to the store and someone happens to snap your picture, you're not the grease ball in the corner, you know? So I had gotten the conditioner for that probably about 3 years ago, because things were kind of out of whack after Theodore got here. So anyway, I got the conditioner and I really liked how it worked for my hair. So I would just put it in my hair, and then like when I washed it out that night or rinsed, you know, just like, hello scalp, and then rinsed out that conditioner, and my hair was still nice. So that was what was working for me. And then it was about 3 years ago. The baking soda wasn't doing what it was normally doing. So I was like, if I'm gonna have to shampoo, can't remember what we had going on. There was some event, and I was like, I don't have time to see what works for my hair. I just need it clean, because the baking soda seemed to just be drying out and causing my scalp to be itchy. So I got the vanilla and Copaiba conditioner too, or shampoo, the shampoo. And here's the other thing. When you are using like water essentially to like rinse out your hair, you don't need the suds anymore. So I would only use, like, seriously, a dime size. I have a big head and I have a lot of hair, and a dime size is all I need of the shampoo, because I'm just putting it on my scalp. So I get it all the way, you know, on my scalp, and make sure that my scalp is good. And if I miss something or I don't feel right, I might get just a little bit more and just make sure that my whole scalp, oh good gravy, that my whole scalp feels clean. Rinse it out. And then I like to do conditioner afterwards and then just leave it in. Sometimes I'll do it and then rinse it out, but like just listen to your hair and see where your body is at. So anyway, that's what I did. That's what I chose to do. I know you have to do what's right for you and your hair. And I didn't know, but everybody's hair is different. Like even in talking to my sisters, you know, we all started out with the same, the same gene pool, you know, and even our hair is different, and how it responds to things and how it lasts with things. And like my one sister can straighten her hair. I think she only does it once a week, and she keeps it. And I'm like, 3 days? Well, I don't know anymore since Theodore took my curls. But like when I was straightening my hair on a regular basis, I couldn't go more than 3 days, and I'd have like, it'd wave again. So, you know, you just need to take the time to learn and listen and love your hair. So I wish there was a checklist to tell you exactly what will work for you, but I don't know it. The way that I found what works for my hair was I did the no poo. It worked, and then it didn't work, and then I had to find some adjustments to make it work good, and I think it does okay. I mean, just to be honest, I haven't washed my hair since Friday. It's Sunday, so it's going to be all, and we've been at the park or the farm every day, and I've slept on it, so, you know, all of that's going on. I have a friend named Belinda from Mississippi who she takes her product and puts it on a toothbrush and combs it back, and that gets rid of the flyaways. And that actually works really, really well too. So I sometimes just use water. If you do, you don't want to use like straight up grease unless you want that sleek look. But anyway, my thing here is learn your hair. How do you learn your hair? You got to take the time to learn your hair. So you can't just wash and go and then hope that your hair responds how it's supposed to. And you have to figure out what works for you. When I was in college, I had 3 different shampoos and 3 different conditioners, and I just changed them up all the time. And that seemed to be what my hair needed to do what I needed it to do, which was to not stink and not be greasy. So that's what I did. But I also didn't know about fragrances or sulfur or sulfates. So, you know, I had the strawberry and the vanilla and the whatever, probably the 89-cent stuff, you know, because I was a college kid. But that was what worked for me at that time. But it didn't really, not in the long term. So, but that's where I was. So that's what I did, and that's that. But that's what I've done here. The no poo, and then using the conditioner. And doing it this way, I think it's $24 a bottle for the conditioner and the shampoo, which I would have been like, oh, and sticker shock. But it's really, really good shampoo and conditioner. It does a very good job. And since I hardly ever use any, and I only use it maximum once a week, this bottle lasts me 6 months. So, and then I do have the shampoo or the, I will still do the baking soda and the apple cider vinegar every once in a while as a refresh and a reset. So I don't think you should dilute things unless it says on there to dilute it. So I don't dilute a lot of the stuff that I've seen a lot of people do DIY dilutes. I don't. I just use it at full strength. I just use a small amount. I use exactly what I need and no more, because I used to. because I had such thick hair and had to get that soap everywhere, you know, and now I know I just want to cover my scalp. So yeah, foundation, what do you need? Where are you at and where would you like to go? Just those questions. And I know you're like, it's hair, Lori, do you have to overthink everything? But when you take the steps to know, then it might take 8 weeks with a grease ball hair, and it might take a little bit of adjusting throughout the time, but what in life doesn't? So if you want really great hair, I say take the time to figure your head out. Get your scalp healthy, get it clean. If you have a hairdresser, you can just tell her what you're looking for. Mine, I'm sure, I mean, I got figured out before her, but I've talked to other ones that are like, that's amazing. I wish more people did that. Because if you understand what your hair is and does, then you won't be asking it to do things that it just really can't. And then everybody's frustrated. You look silly in pictures. So anyway, I love you. Just had a question pop up and I thought I'd just take a minute to answer. I'm sorry it's not like a checklist for you, but it kind of is. Take the time and you will not be disappointed at the end of it. And again, you know, if you ever want anyone to go through it with, get a hold of me. I don't mind. I've been through it already and I'm really, really happy with the results. So, and I know these little breakages are because I've been sleeping with my ponytail in. And I know to like do it in a braid so that it doesn't have the breakage, and I know not to wear a ponytail all the time, but I still have been doing it. So like, you got to be honest about where you are and know that this will pass, it'll grow out and it'll be fine. And then you can just move on from there. So there's not a one and done for anything. Sorry. And when it comes to your hair, once you learn it, then you'll know it. And then there you go. Okay. I love you. Have a beautiful and blessed day. And we'll catch you on the flip side.